Hey everyone, I'm Tim Shoup, CEO and founder of Digital Boardwalk, and with me I have James Todd, Digital Boardwalk's Chief Information Officer. What do? We help businesses stay productive and secure through award-winning help desk, cybersecurity, and managed IT services. So in today's session, we're going to flip the switch. We're going to introduce you to Bad Bob. Now, Bad Bob's a threat actor. And we're going to teach you why you as a business owner should care about who he is and what makes him tick. It's my hope that by showing you Bob's perspective and the bot army that Bob employs, you'll better understand why you could very easily be one of Bob's next random targets. We'll also show you some things you can do today to keep Bob out of your business. Remember, cybersecurity isn't a set it and forget it mindset. Today, you'll learn that due to the ever-changing landscape of cybersecurity, you'll also have to consistently change your business's posture to stay ahead of Bob and stay one step ahead of him. So I'm going to dive you into this crazy world of Bob, Bad Bob, before I hand off the breadth of the discussion to James Todd. So let me talk a little bit about James before we get started. James has been with Digital Boardwalk since our inception. He's on the forefront of cybersecurity attacks and new trends. James develops better methods for protection and works with businesses to implement those changes. As regulatory requirements for industries changed over the years, James learned those requirements, stays ahead of them, and consults with our customers and prospects alike to develop a plan of action to meet those compliances. James specializes in healthcare, legal, finance, and government requirements. He's an alumni of University of South Florida, and he has a great passion for technology. Again, I've worked with him for the past 11 years, and they've been 11 of my favorite years in my life. I'm very privileged to work with James. So with that, I'll introduce you into the world of Bad Bob. So let's go ahead and get started and learn about Bob. So I want you to meet Bob. He's a professional, right? He dresses and looks like a lot of people I've worked with over the years. Can you relate to him? He's an ordinary guy, right? So here's Bob saying goodbye to his family before he heads off to work to provide a good life for them. They're all happy. Again, very typical, like a lot of folks we all know, a very typical loving family. So here's Bob on his way to work. Again, he's very much like a lot of us. He puts his pants on one leg at a time. As you can see, he's deep in thought about everything he needs to accomplish today. And again, I want to emphasize, he's a very ordinary guy, very professional. So we all like to stop into our favorite coffee shop in the morning, right? As you know, our favorite shop is the only one that can get our favorite cup of joe. Bob's no different. Here's his favorite coffee shop in his neck of the world. Again, very much like the rest of us. So here's Bob as he reached his destination. Somewhere in this large office building is where he works. Bob clocks in right on time to begin his very busy workday. And yes, I want to emphasize, he's clocking in to a business. He works at a business like the rest of us. Here's Bob in a cubicle farm, full of people, all there to conduct the same business at hand for the day. The same business Bob is there to do. Again, it is a business. He's there to provide for his family, clock in, work an 8-hour workday, just like the rest of us. Only there's Bob's job, it might be a little different than yours or mine. For instance, in my world, we protect businesses from cyber attacks. But Bob spends his day on the other side of the war. Bob goes to work every day to attack American businesses. So now, as I hand over the remainder of the discussion to James, I want you to remember this. These attacks are not personal. They're random. And Bob and his colleagues don't discriminate on what type of business they will attack next. In this session, you're going to learn how and why they happen and how you can protect your business from becoming the next victim. With that, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to James.